Yes guys, what is happening, and welcome back to a brand new video on the DC5. So I told you we're getting it, and we are getting it. So the next steps of what we are doing, so we've got a few things to take off, and hopefully today I can show you step by step how we remove bits off the DC5. So let's get to it. So thankfully my brother bought me a new jack for Christmas. My one started bending, so double check your jack. So thankfully we've got this new little cheeky one from Halford. So hopefully we can get under that and jack her up. Right, so with the car jacked up an axle stand, I'm not going to bore you and show you how to jack up or axle stand a car, but kind of guessed it now. Jacking points. Obviously there's blue standing bits, so I've just stuck one there. So what we need to do today, potentially, is take front bumper off, and then potentially debate whether we put this one back on or we put the old one back on. I like it because it's different, but then sometimes I'm like, and the fact that that's done that now has really annoyed me. So yeah, I wonder if this will be a GoPro job, or do we actually need a camera? Right then, so let's climb under and show you what we got to do. So at some point, well, really soon, like next potential, maybe even in this video, the sump's got to come off. Is that a drain hole for the clutch? It is, isn't it? Gearbox. I thought that was broke then, because I saw the fluid. That's gearbox or coolant. I crapped my pants then, oh my god. So yeah, we got to work out how to remove the sump, which doesn't look too bad, I don't think. And then yeah, take the exhaust off, so we've got to remove the exhaust. So yeah, that's it for today really. Right, so as it's oil and it's a fluid, and I'm going to have to potentially leave it, I'm going to do the exhaust first. So we're going to take from the manifold back off, potentially even try and take the manifold off to all the way back to the back box. So obviously that's going to be sold because it's going to be not efficient for what we need. So remove that, and then hopefully tackle lowering the subframe a bit, and then we're going to try and take the sump off. Mate, like, this is new extremes, man. I don't think I'll be taking sumps off, rocker covers off and all that shit. So yeah, I'm going to do the best I can under this car with the camera. So yeah, please bear with me, and before you do anything, like, share, subscribe, man. Honestly, it massively helps the channel and we appreciate everything. So let's go. Right, so hopefully you can see this. So there's a few little 13 mils spotted around here. So not even 13 mils. No, you've had my pants down here. Oh god, I think it might be a 12, and the gun won't even get on that. Brilliant. Right then, so the exhaust was only held on by 2 bolts. One was a 10 mil and one was a 12. Oh god. Right, ready to drop in a sec. I hate doing this on the road. I hear cars, I have to put my legs in. Right, so that's off. Now time to go to, oh god, I'm gonna have to jack it up. I'm gonna have to go to the rear and undo that one. Right then, so we've jacked up the rear. I literally need to get, oh god, I can't even see it from here, but there is literally a flange that side. And it's 15 mils, I believe. So yeah, I'm just gonna get under it, hopefully undo that, pull the back box out, pull the center section out, and then literally all I've got is the decat, well, the cat and the manifold left to pull off then. So you join me from many many sockets later. It's always better to have too many than not enough. So exhaust has been undone, as you can see. It's just attached to a hanger up there, and then there's literally just one hanger to undo for the back box, and then literally that can come out. So happy days, mate. But this never looks good, does it? Never looks good. What I've done is, these are looking a bit brittle anyway, and the fact I cannot be arsed to, so all I've done is I've cut into it. So yeah, I'm going to replace these and get some new stiffer ones. Look, they're flexing that. So yeah, I thought, you know what, I haven't got the right tool to set these off, so I'm just going to use this little hacksaw and cut the rest of the hangers. So yeah, 2 more to go. But then, so exhaust is off, as you can see. I'm absolutely exhausted. We've got to do the manifold now, so manifold and the cat or D-cat, whatever you want to call it. O2 sensors still on, so I believe there's 2. So I'm going to undo them while they're still on the car, because obviously when I'm pressing I'm going to need some resistance. So yeah, I have got this O2 tool somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to grab that out and then hopefully rip them out. So let's go. I think, guys, this one's been a mad one, but most of this has been removed now. So now what we've got is the O2 sensors hanging. I'm going to like put a sandwich bag or something over them, just so that the old water or anything like that can kind of get into them and wreck them, because I don't think they're that cheap, to be honest. So yeah, now it's time to have a blast on the old sump. Right then, guys, you join me from the GoPro. So we're under the car, and what I'm going to do next is get onto the sump. So obviously you can see. Right, and so we're under the car. Obviously we need to get to the sump. Apparently on the K20A2 with the DC5, you have to drop the subframe. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo the anti-roll bar, and then I'm going to loosen off. I'm going to get a jack from the rear. I'm going to probably put it on here, undo the rear subframe, hopefully drop it a little bit. But before we do that, we're going to drain all the oil out of here. So drain all the oil, potentially drop the subframe. So front and rear anti-roll bar bolt, same on that side there. Undo that there, undo that there. Job should be a good one. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to undo it a bit. This is where you should wear gloves, but I am kind of a professional. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ain't too bad, is it? It don't look like there's hardly anything in it. It's dripping like that already. What the hell? I don't think there's much in that, you know. Bloody hell, right, so we get to that when it's empty. You join me from the wheel arch of the DC5, so we've got a few more bits to remove today. I didn't quite cover it in the last video. I might add bits in. It was just a bit crap being under the car, and obviously I want to show you value, not just taking the exhaust apart. So take the front bumper off, because I've got to access stuff behind the bumper anyway. So it's just literally like it's like an 8mm with a Phillips head on top, but it's very awkward to get in, especially if you can't take the wheels off. So yeah, onto the other side, take that off, and then I think there's like 2 10mm bolts that are bolted underneath. By the way, I don't know if I'm putting this back on. I might put the standard one back on, I don't know. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, like, share, subscribe. Let's go. Right then, we're off. Yep, I was missing some bolts. Right, so long story short, yeah, when I was undoing all this, I've done most of the bolts, and you see that one there was hiding under the bumper. So there's me thinking, oh yeah, I've dropped the subframe, this one, every single bolt's undone, and I'm like, it's not dropping. So yeah, that is the reason why we couldn't drop the subframe, because of that bolt there. So I've got the jack on the back side, got this jack here. Obviously the wheels are still, the lower arm and everything's still connected, so hopefully it's just going to drop it just a little bit, but because I don't want it to be so aggressive, I'm just going to put that underneath, undo the bolts, and hopefully it's just going to lower down. So let's go. Oh god. So 17mm. The driver side was quite loose. Yeah, that's quite, well, it weren't loose, but I wouldn't say it was that tight either. So I'm just gonna loosen the bolts out a little bit, and then I'm gonna lower the jack and see if it actually starts coming. So yeah, see how we get on. Right, so realistically, as long as you've got axle stands under there and jacks, when you loosen the bolts off, as long as it's supported, nothing can drop. So I'm just getting underneath now. I'm just gonna lower the jack just a little bit and see if it moves. I don't think it will. Right. So what I think's stopping us now, yeah, is I remember when we put this engine mount back in. This engine mount lock at the front is a hard race one. It is absolutely solid. So I think that's what's keeping it stuck up at the minute. So I'm going to get a little pry bar in, and I'm going to try and push down on it. Yeah, see, we got movement now, lads. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Right, so hopefully you can see, look, it's honest to God, guys, when we put it up, we had to jack the actual subframe into the position because it's so tight. Like, I've lowered these right off now, and I'm just literally getting my brake bar. I'm putting it in there, just doing that. It's coming, but obviously it's scary doing it on your own. Right then, folks, so look at that. Subframe has been dropped. It's so dark under there. I'm so sorry, guys, honestly. Sorry I haven't got a film crew here, but subframe's been dropped. I'm on the path. So subframe's been dropped. So there's no bolts actually holding the subframe in. The only bolts that are holding it together is lower arm bolts. So the two that go into the lower arm. So one goes like directly up, one goes like across, and then obviously it connects to the hub and the wheel and stuff. So yeah, that's loose now. So hopefully I can get my new Milwaukee tool, get extension, and hopefully, because I drained the oil the other day, hopefully all the oil's out of it. So now when I come to drop the sump, we're all good and gravy. So yeah, I'm gonna see, I want to video this and show you, but it's so dark and crap under there, like genuinely there's just loads of like hex bolts, looks like 8 or 10 mils just spotted around like the edge of the sump. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll crack that off, try and loosen that off and pull it out, and then I'll get back to you when all that's done. Hopefully you can see this, but so you got bolt there all around the edge, I believe. So there, and I'm guessing this one here looks like it kind of goes into like the gearbox. That one there maybe, also there. There's quite a few, I believe. So over there, see, there's just like loads spotted all over the place. So yeah, let's these ones are going to be the tricky ones over this side. So yeah, hopefully we can get these out. But yeah, look, see how you had to drop the subframe because how tight it was. So yeah, let's give. Right, so cheeky little update. Most of the bolts are out, and I've actually dropped the subframe now. It literally was the hard race mount that was refusing to come out, so it's literally being held on by my wishbone / lower arms. And then I've got so much more access to my sump now, which is amazing. I think I've got like 2 or 3 on the belt, 2 or 3 on the belt side, and then I've got like 2 big, like 13 or 15 mils on the gearbox side, as you can see like there. And there's another one hiding under there. But yeah, hopefully we get the sump off before it gets dark. Man, I hate this, genuinely. Next house, can have a fat drive, maybe a double garage, so we'll see. Right then, so ignore all this mess, but every bolt should be out of the subframe now, at the sump. So that one over there, all the bolts around the edge. So yeah, I'm gonna get a flathead in between the sealer, just try and flex it out. Right, so my task was for this evening before it got dark was get that sump off. We are literally like losing light by the second, and mate, all I'm saying is if you want to get your sump off, do it at a garage. Honestly, it's just about come loose. Honestly, that shit was like, imagine super gluing your sump See the bottom of your engine, that's what it was like. So literally wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I've got these plastic trim tools wiggling it. Only one side would come out, then the other side. So I just don't want it to drop all over the road. So I've just put loads of cardboard down on that just so it doesn't drop. So fingers crossed we can get it off. Whee! Yes, we did it. Sump is out. Happy days. And yeah, that is a scary sight seeing that like that. Jeez. There we have it, folks. Bumper put back on for a little bit. Here's my sump. I'm going to clean it up, get all the oil out of it, and then obviously take it off to get an AM fitting. So there's going to be another sump hole there.